Hello, good morning, dear friends. Wishing you a very lucky day ahead. So, we are in chapter 1, that is diversity of living organisms. So, we have learned the various organisms that which is living in and around. We have seen the introduction to diversity of living organisms. We have learned about taxonomy. We have learned how to classify the organisms. Why do we need to classify the organisms? And also we have learned the binomial nomenclature and the rules of the binomial nomenclature. Let's revise it once again, the binomial rules of nomenclature. Let's see it. So what are the rules that which we have learned here? Once again we will go through. So what are the rules? Rules of binomial nomenclature. The name should be, the generic name and specific name should be Latinized, or it should be Greek words, as I have told you earlier. In the previous session also I have mentioned it. Then a genus includes physically similar species. Then genus name is always capitalized. Species name is in the same genus are thought to be closely related. And always please do remember, children, so I'm not confusing it with the various points here. So always you remember, genus name is always in capital letter and species name always in lowercase. That is very, very important. So please do remember, species name is followed by genus name, and when it is printed it should be Latinized. Already we have come across, just once again we are revising the important point. So hope it is clear to you. Here we have the few examples of binomial nomenclature. What are they? Let us see here. So we have mango. What is the scientific name of mango? Mangifera indica. As I have told you in the rule, you just see the genus name is in capital and the species name is in small letter or in the lowercase. So we have here lion. So what is the scientific name of lion? Panthera leo. So Panthera is genus name and Leo is species name. So P is capitalized and species name L is in lowercase. And here we have human being. Okay, so what is the scientific name of human being? Homo sapiens. So it should be separately underlined. Genus name should be written in capital letter and species name should be written in small letter. Then here we have banyan tree, that is Ficus bengalensis. Banyan tree, Ficus bengalensis. The scientific name of banyan is Ficus bengalensis. Hope it is clear to you. Now moving to the hierarchy of the classification. So we have studied that there will be other kingdom. Thus we follow kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. So we have here the kingdom, that is the biggest of all the phylum. As we move down from higher to lower, phylum, then comes class, then comes order, then comes family, then becomes genus, then the species. When we are moving from the higher to the lower, things become little more specific. Okay, when we move to the species level, then it becomes specific. Hope it is clear to you, dear ones. So please don't lose your patience. It is very, very interesting topic, and also it carries, in the 9th class, it carries a lot of weightage. So I want to pay your attention towards it. Once again I will explain it, the hierarchy of the classification. So let's see here. So we have the kingdom here. This is the highest of all. Then we have phylum here, class, order, family, then the genus, then the species. As I have told, kingdom is the highest of all and species is the lowest of all. The things are given in upside down. And the next one, the The important characteristic kingdom includes phyla with common characters. It will be having common characters. Then phylum, classes with the common characters. You can see here. Then class, a group of related orders. Then the order, closely related families that resemble in major characters. Then family, closely related genera. It will be a closely related genera. Then genus, closely related species. All members with similar characteristics are able to interbreed and produce offsprings. I hope it is clear to you. Now moving to the next topic. So here we have a small table and you can remember the names here. So it's important here once. So let us see each and everything in details. The hierarchy of the classification. So here we have animal example, taxonomic rank and plant example. So Animalia, kingdom and Plantae. So kingdom belongs to Animalia, the phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, order Primate, family Hominidae, genus Homo, species Sapiens and common name is human. So here we have the example of buttercup in the same way, kingdom Plantae, phylum Angiosperma, Spermophyta, class Eudicotidae, order Ranunculales, and here Ranunculaceae, and here the genus is Ranunculus, species is Apis. So these are the examples of buttercup. So you may go through it, just learn the table, kingdom that which belongs to. Now moving on to the next. So let's talk about the famous scientist who actually gave the classification. He is R.H. Whitaker. He is the one who had given the 5 kingdom classification. So he was working on the classification process. He suddenly thought that it is really important to give the exact classification. So to give this, what he did actually divided all the kingdom into 5 different bases based on different animals. He gave us Monera, he gave us Protista, he gave us Plantae, he gave us fungi and he gave us Animalia. So 5 kingdom classification is very, very important concept given by R.H. Whitaker. So remember, he was the great scientist and gave 5 kingdom classification. So Monera, you can see here the microorganisms, bacteria are present in this one. Then we have Protist here. Then we have Plantae here, the fungi and the animal. Please do remember children, he is the one who had given, this is the scientist R.H. Whitaker who had given the 5 kingdom classification. So very, very important. Now, during the developing phase of it in the year 1990, it was very important. Everyone, please pay attention to it. During 1990, what the Carl Woese did, he gave us the 3-domain system. He was the scientist who have given us the 3-domain system. So Carl Woese in 1990, he had provided the 3-domain system. So let us see it in detail. So he had divided that 5 kingdom, that which was being proposed by R.H. Whitaker, into 3 kingdom. What are they? Domain Eukarya, domain Archaea and domain Bacteria. So R.H. Whitaker differentiated them into bacteria, protists, fungi, plants and animals. Just now we have seen in the previous slide. But in the year 1990, Carl Woese, he said, no, we can actually give these 5 kingdoms into 3 major domains, which will be the higher than the kingdoms. And those we can divide in the domain bacteria, which we have specifically bacteria. Then we have archaebacteria. You can see here the archaebacteria, then which can neither be bacteria nor they can be the eubacteria. So eubacteria, and especially they are in the 3 domains. 3 domains in the sense the last domain is in the eukaryotes. So let's see it. So we have all these in eukaryotes, all these in eukaryotes. So we have plants. Here you can see here the kingdom Plantae. We can see here the kingdom Plantae. Then kingdom Fungi, Protist. You can see here the kingdom Protist, kingdom Animalia. All these 5 kingdoms are here. The 3 domain, and in 3 domains we will be having these 5 kingdoms. So it's easy for us to keep a track. So hope this concept is clear, that which we have learned today. Once again, we'll go through what we have learned. So we have gone through the binomial nomenclature, few examples of binomial nomenclature. Then we have learned the hierarchy of classification, that is kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. So we have learned the kingdom is the highest of all and the species is the lowest of all. When we move from higher to the lower order, each things becomes specific. We have learned here. And also we have learned some of the animal example and the plant example. Common name human being as well as the common name buttercup for the plant. And we have here a famous scientist, that is R.H. Whitaker, one who has proposed 5 kingdom classification. They are Monera, Protist, Plantae, Fungi and Animalia. Then we have learned that Carl Usse has divided these 5 kingdoms into 3 main domains: Eukarya, Bacteria and Archaea. And then again here in the eukaryotes he had divided it into kingdom Plantae, Fungi and the Protist and the Animalia. All these 5 kingdoms comes under eukaryotic. So that's all for today. Keep learning, keep watching. Thank you so much.